Hi, I'm Chris Callahan with UVM Extension Ag Engineering, here today to share some resources and tips with you that we've developed as part of a USDA NIFA Food Safety Outreach Program project called SCRUB, Sanitizing and Cleaning Resources for Your Business. We're going to cover a couple of different topics today. We're going to talk about cleaning versus sanitizing and the differences in those, and we're going to use bins, cleaning bins as an example of that. We're also going to talk about detergents and how to use detergents, how to maybe select a detergent based on the need you have. Now we want to talk about cleaning and sanitizing, and actually we're going to talk a little bit about cleaning, sanitizing, and disinfecting. Main reason is these are often confused. These terms get confused a lot, and so we want to break it down a little bit. And you may remember from the Produce Safety Alliance grower training that cleaning is different from sanitizing. So let's start there. This is from Module 6 of the PSA grower training. And it's just a reminder that cleaning is the physical removal of dirt and soil from surfaces, which can include the use of clean water and detergent. It can also include dry cleaning or not using water, and we'll talk a little bit about that in just a moment. Whereas sanitizing is actually treating a clean surface to reduce or eliminate microorganisms. And you'll remember that there are 4 basic steps to cleaning and sanitizing. The first is step 1, remove any obvious dirt and debris from the food contact surface. So let's take these 2 bins for example. These are both in a stack of bins that had recently been used. When we look at these 2 bins, right off the bat, we see there's some differences in terms of what they're going to need done. This has very little visible dirt and debris in it, enough so that there's just a little piece of green leaf there that came out. Otherwise, this is probably ready to be washed down with soap and water. Whereas this one has some pretty obvious dirt and debris in it. And so just first thing would be dumping it out in a safe location where we're not going to lead to any other contamination. But we can make our cleaning job inside a bit easier if we do this one-by-one check outside and just go ahead and get some of this debris, this dirt and debris, off of the surface just using a dry brush. And that gets us a little bit closer to being ready for washing it with, cleaning it with water and detergent. So after we've done our visual inspection and gotten rid of some of the obvious dirt and debris, the next step is really the cleaning step, step 2. And you'll remember from the PSA grower training that step 2 was described as apply appropriate detergent and scrub the surface. And this shows a spray detergent and a scrub brush. We'd like to highlight that sometimes dry cleaning is a possibility as well. And we have a resource focused on dry cleaning at go.uvm.edu/dry cleaning, where you can use an alcohol wipe or some other waterless cleaning product and probably do a decent job on things that don't generally get wet and don't have water introduced to begin with. So it's an option, and the reason that's maybe an important consideration is we don't necessarily want to add water to an area or a surface that doesn't normally get wet or have water on it. So it's one way of avoiding water. That said, much of the cleaning we do is going to involve water and detergent. And so here we are at step 2. We're about to apply an appropriate detergent and scrub the surface. I've got a 3-gallon bucket about halfway full with water. I'm going to add about a tablespoon of detergent, which is dye-free and odor-free. You can eyeball a tablespoon or use a measuring spoon to remind you what a tablespoon looks like. And I'm going to fill the rest of the bucket up with water after that, just to get the soap mixed up. One of the reasons we're using a bucket to mix the soap and water is just to not overuse the soap. If for one thing it can just be wasteful, and the other thing is any extra soap that you have that's beyond what you need for doing the cleaning job just makes rinsing more difficult. So we're trying to find that balance between enough and too much. Here's our bin from outside. Gonna rinse it down. Could do this outside as well. I'm going to take our brush, get some soap and water on it, just start scrubbing. You can see that it's not super foamy. We don't have an excess of suds, and yet it's actually doing the job. You can see it cleaning as you go. This brush is nice. It lets us get down into some of these nooks and crannies of this bulb crate. When you're thinking about cleaning tools, keep in mind the crates you have or the bins you have can make a big difference in terms of what's going to work well for you. We have a whole series of cleaning tools highlighted at go.uvm.edu/cleaning tools, and including some less than 60-second videos highlighting each of them at go.uvm.edu/scrub shorts. And the other option we have for taking a look at different cleaning tools is part of a series we call Farmer Favorites, and that's an example of where Andy's highlighted tools that farmers in particular have said work particularly well for them for cleaning. So those are three resources online to take a look at for cleaning tool options. We've applied a detergent and we've scrubbed the surface. So now we move to step 3, which is rinse the surface with clean water, making sure to remove all the detergent and soil. And this is where having a reasonable amount of soap on here makes this a lot easier. As you can see, we don't have an abundance of foam and suds, but it's done the job. We can see clean surface. That rinses pretty nicely, pretty easily. And again, we're doing this inside just for a couple of different reasons, but this would be a lot easier outside with a lot more room. And we are going to bring the bin outside to dry. We've rinsed the surface after cleaning it with water and detergent. We're going to apply a sanitizer approved for use on food contact surfaces. And you want to follow the label on your sanitizer. Rinsing may be necessary, and it may have guidance on how to let it dry or how to dry it. In this case, we have some Sanidate mixed up already in the spray bottle. We're going to go ahead and spray this down. And following the label, we're going to drain, drip dry, and then air dry outside. So that was a quick reminder on cleaning and sanitizing, how they're different and what the key steps are. I'm Chris Callahan with UVM Extension Ag Engineering. For more information about cleaning and sanitizing resources, check out the scrub page at go.uvm.edu/scrub resources.